Hi YouTube, this is Felicia with Bible Scraps, and I am most excited, you guys, concerning this recycled, upcycled greeting card, thrifted card series. I'm bringing a series of videos deconstructing and recycling and upcycling thrifted greeting cards and cards that's given to us by family and friends. Okay, several weeks ago, I shared two videos, upcycling and recycling thrifted cards, and I made the most beautiful tags. And in another video, I shared this beautiful Christmas angel using a recycled thrifted card. Notice that the angel, well, this is not pattern paper. I created her with a card front. So I thought for the new year, why not continue to explore and find creative ways to recycle our greeting cards? Well, I'm getting started with this video. This video are going to give new life to those cards. So I used dies. In this video, I'm going to use punches. I'm going to also use my paper trimmer. I got tips and techniques for you guys. Just look at all of these die cuts. Look at the ephemera. You can make frames. We're going to make frames in this video. You can do so much with those thrifted and found and the greeting cards that's given to you. You can do so much with it. And I mean, I'm excited about this series because we're going to use every aspect. Look at this sentiment that I die cut from the card. Look at this tag, right? What I love about greeting cards, well, you get an array of different designs and patterns that you don't necessarily find in scrapbooking paper. You guys, you're going to have fun with this series. And I have a whole lot more that I haven't shared. So be sure to subscribe. Many crafters recycle their cards and probably has been doing it for a long time. If you find inspiration, if you find new inspiration from my video, please give proper credits. Do give a shout out and do link back to this video. That's how you support me and that's how you support my channel. I really do appreciate it. I do know when I shared this beautiful angel, isn't she gorgeous? And when I shared the beautiful tags made with the same recycled card, some crafters since then have put out their own recycled cards and didn't give credit to my channel. Perhaps they were not inspired by my channel, but it doesn't cost anyone anything to give proper credits. And that's how you support me and show me your appreciations with your shout outs and of course with your likes. So don't forget to like this. What I want to do is take this bundle. Now, once again, you can find a lot of bundled cards at the thrift store. And I got these probably last year. I don't buy them as much anymore because, like, what do you do with them? But now that we know what we can do with them, I might just start to pick them up more often. Again. Okay, take a look at this. Now, I'm probably going to keep this because this is a set and I could actually put this in my junk journal or send it to a dog-loving friend. I'm a dog-loving person. I'm going to sift and sort through these and make categories, put my envelopes there. The envelopes can even be die cut, but why, right? We can use these as is. Okay, look at this card. This is a nice card. I might want to compile a pile of cards that I can actually use. I'm going to put this in a I don't know category. Okay, so this is a good one. I can use die cuts and die cut out this side. And then I could still use this side. Actually, let's do that right now. I'm going to die cut. Actually, this one can be used as a journaling spot too, as well as this one. You don't have to die cut all of your images. I'm going to put that right there. And I don't even know what type of piles I'm working with. Look at this. Same style as this one. I'm going to just put that right there. Okay. And so I'm just going to create generic piles. And then from those piles, I'll probably make other piles. And look at this. I did not know there. Well, I don't think I've looked at these cards. Wow. Gingerbread. I love gingerbread. For a favorite aunt. Oh, wow. It's a Christmas card. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm definitely putting that in a category all by itself. And these are 2009 SpongeBob. Okay. Oh, these are Valentine cards. Perfect because it's Valentine's season, right? Okay, wishing you happy thoughts. Oh, this has a poem in it. These cards, the journals, the poems come from Emily Matthews. I think I have some of her poetry books. Okay, I'm going to put that there. And yet another one. Okay, these are all the same. Now, I don't know. With these ideas, these thrifted, and some of these are vintage cards, they come back to life. Look how nice this one is. I can get a lot of die cuts. I'm definitely going to work with this one. It has embossing too. Oh, and I got two. I probably have more. So this one says Canada, but this is not a card. That's a decal. Okay. I'm going to definitely die cut that one out. The True Joy of a Love. This is so, oh, yes. It's one of those like folded cards. Oh, okay. Emily Matthews again. Yes. Gonna have fun die cutting these out. Part of me just want to, this can be a page in a journal. So when you look at your thrifted cards, have different ideas in mind. I'm just really used. Oh, I worked with this one because last year I made, I made journals with my thrifted cards. You could see here, I've added the binding to these. So I did look through some of these, obviously. I'm thinking, oh, look at here. Sunflowers, my fave. Definitely gonna create ephemera with that. You got the flag. Not gonna work with that right now. This is a Mother's Day card. Okay. And look at the angel. Gonna cut that one up. Oh, okay, this is not a card. I love these books. These are the Ideals books, and I have quite the collection. I'll talk about that in another video because you can do the same thing with that. Okay, look at here. This is a unique Christmas card. That's Santa. It's a nautical themed. You got sea creatures. It has, 1994. That got some age to it. I think I might want to hold on to that. For your shower, this would be a beautiful one to die cut, right? Okay. All right, you guys. And I have a lot more cards. This is just what I brought down from my junk room. I have these, and I have a lot more. I've gotten rid of a lot of cards. So what I'm going to do is continue to categorize these and then come back with a set. We are going to make die cuts and ephemera and probably some other things. I decided that I'm going to primarily work with Valentine's Day cards because it's the season of love. Let's just start to die cut. Okay, now in addition to using your basic shapes like squares and circles, you can also use your tag shaped dies to create tags. I will use washi tape to hold this down. This is going to be a beautiful tag. But I could have used a square die. I could have used a circle die. Okay, I'm using washi tape because I want a particular section of that image. And use your favorite die cutting machine. I'm using the Gemini Junior. And let's see. Oh, look at this. This is so pretty. This is pretty. Look at that. A beautiful tag. This could be a bookmark too, right? I love it. And the back is white, so I can write on the back. And look at the stitching along the perimeter. Let me show you guys what I'm working with here. I have a binder, and I keep a lot of my basic shaped dies and also theme dies in this binder. So this is what I'm flipping through. It's so convenient. Okay, the next one, you know, I want to do something. Well, I got another product to use too, you guys. Okay, so what you want to do is, this is so pretty. I think I have 2 of these, if not 3 of these. So I'm going to carefully, this is some thick paper. I just cut that off, and what I want to do is I can get several die cuts from this one page here. So let me get my dies together. I'll just look for dies that I know, because I want this phrase to be a die, to become a die cut, and then I want this to be a die cut, and then I want this. I'm going to leave it as is. I could use ink to color that in. I'm not worried about that. Don't think create. That's my... Uh-oh. Oh. Okay, I'm not going to worry about this either. But with some of your cards, yeah, your washi tape might remove some of your image. But I'm still going to use this, right? Look at the stitching around the perimeter. That's okay. To salvage this image here, I could use a die, but I'm going to use a punch. Yeah, bring your punches out. You can create punched ephemera. Okay, look at that. Oh, and the back, that's even pretty. But look at that, you guys. Isn't that nice? I should have seen if there's a date here. Okay, now for this. What do I want? How do I want? Because if you look at this, the top part is already die cut, right? Okay, I'm going to keep this simple. I'm going to use, for now, a pair of scissors. I'm going to use my paper trimmer that you can find right now at Tuesday Morning. Okay, look at that. Not bad, right, you guys? Not bad. In addition to creating ephemera and die cuts, you could also use these as pages in a journal. So I think this is so pretty, right? I'm tempted to create another tag because, well, this tag will work for this, just like that. You know what? I'm going to do that, but I'm going to keep this one as a page in a journal. So you can make die cuts, ephemera, and also use these as pages. Okay, a tip for you guys. When you are positioning your die over the image or the phrase, pay attention to the different elements you have on your card. See, if I bring this down like that, I'm taking from the image down here. But I want that to be an image by itself. And if I bring it up, well, I'm going to cut into the image here. But I could still use the image up here. Now I could, which means I don't mind necessarily cutting into this image. I'll still have some left over. I could try to use a smaller die. That will, you know what, let's do that. Let's try the smaller die. When you position it, you do want to leave enough room. Like if I want to use a punch here, I want to leave enough room here so I can actually punch it out. You got to be mindful of those things. I got another thing that you can create. This is a frame, right? This is a beautiful frame. So I'm going to keep it as is. Okay, look at that. You can apply, you can use this to a journal page. Yep, that is a frame. So I'm going to leave it right there. Love it. And this is my tag or my bookmark. And to add stability, I can die cut out just a piece of paper or use the other side of the card and die cut out this shape and add it to the back. Just look at that. And yet another tip. So I'm going to use this tag die. And if you look at it, well, my tag die is a tad bit taller than the card. So I'm going to position the blade on the bottom and cut this out anyway. And let's see what happens. Okay, do you see what happens? I still have a tag shape. So you can use a die that's longer than your card, but aligned the bottom blade with the bottom of your card. Look how much taller the die is from my paper, but it still made a tag. Okay, so I have this sentiment, but I also have the bird and the heart, and I want each element to be separate. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull in my paper trimmer, and I'm going to trim the sentiment off. Now I'm going to use the punch and punch a circle. You could use a square, you could use a heart, you could use any shape punch you like. And look at here. Okay, and then I'm going to use a smaller punch and punch out my heart. Perfect for Valentine's. And look at this. I have 3 elements. I love that. I just separated the pages to this card, and I'm using another die. I'm going to probably use the negative paper as another these cuts. Let me talk about the machine and the plates I'm using. I'm using the Gemini Junior. I'm using an alternative plate system for the Gemini Junior. I'm using plates for another machine with the Gemini Junior. I will link these plates below, but you do use these plates at your own risk. You can void your warranty, you can damage your dies, you can damage your machine, and if you have young children, though I like these plates, I don't recommend you use these plates if you have young children. Because, well, I'm using plates A and B. The bundle I'm going to link has another plate. I think it's plate C, along with, I believe, an embossing folder. But I could be wrong about mat. I could be wrong about the mat. But you do get plates A, B. Actually, I can show you the other plate. You get this plate. Now, I'm using, once again, A and B in the video. But if you use certain plate configurations between the A, B, and C, and depending on what you're die cutting out, depending on what die you are using, if you have this certain combination, and I can't tell you what it is, but it's happened to me at least 3 times, when you send your sandwich through, the sandwich can shoot out the back. And when it shoots out the back, it can injure whoever's back there. Which is why I just don't recommend you use this if you have young children. So with that being said, if you still want to use these, just use them with caution. What you can do is put your machine and have a wall in the back. So if it does shoot out, it shoots out at the wall. It don't happen often, but it has happened. But nonetheless, I still like these plates because, once again, I can cut and emboss in one pass, and they haven't warped like the Crafter's Companion plates warp. Okay, let me show you guys what I did. So I used a rectangle, and this is my sentiment, and this will be a frame. If I wanted to, I could use punches and dies to punch out the other designs. But the frame is so perfect, I figured why not use it as a frame. I don't really care how this one came out. I used a different die, but here's my phrase. But what I will do, because I don't like that as a frame, so I'm going to use my scissors and cut out, because this is foiling, right? I'm going to cut out the images that I can salvage. So you guys, use your scissors as well, right? And I could also cut out this and cut out that. I don't care that part of the heart is missing, right? So I will cut out as many images as I can. Okay, and then this is the last one that I did. And I used a primitive heart. And this is, look at that. And look at the embossing, which is why I love this sandwich. You can cut and emboss in one pass. But look at that. It has stitching. And it says, well, it's working. And look, I have a frame. If I want to, though, I could use punches. I could fussy cut out the images. But this is a perfect frame. Let's put something on the back. Yeah. Nice in a junk journal. And I want to offer yet another tip. Okay, I guess this video focuses more on, well, I made tags and frames and die cuts. I am just going to do a series because there's so many different ways you can recycle and upcycle your greeting cards. This is the tip I want to give you, however. Okay, I can die cut out him by himself and then the flowers. But I want to keep them together. But the die I want to use don't cover the entire image. That is a-okay if I don't get part of his hand, if I don't get all of the flowers, that's a-okay. Don't stress about it. Okay, and this is my die cut. Though I don't have part of his head, his hand, and part of the flower, this came out nice. I can still salvage this get well soon just by using scissors if I decide to. Now, another thing that I did, oh, this one here. You can just use your paper trimmer to cut out a simple square or rectangle. I used a die here, and then I used my circle punch and created a notch here. So feel free to do that as well. If you don't have a particular size of a square or a rectangle, use your paper trimmer. And if you want to, just add a video fun. We created frames, which could also be card fronts for a card, right? You can take the card someone gave you, make a frame, and then make a card using that frame and send it back to them. Wouldn't that be cool? So we made frames. We used a variety of different dies. We did use punches. We made tags. We used scissors and our trimmer to make little ephemera pieces. Okay, I have several more videos in this series, you guys. I have so many different ideas. We are going to bring new life to our used, recycled, found, and the cards that's given to us. So if you have not subscribed, you want to do so. Feel free to share this video. Once again, if you find inspiration from this video, why not give me a shout out? Why not share the link to this video? And I do hope you guys come back and join me on this series. So like, share, subscribe, and I want to thank you all for watching. As always, blessings.